Listen bright, bright. The birds are chirping, chirping.
And I'm ready to fly.
Time to get ready, ready.
For another day.
Hey, no one can stop us. Oh, we gon' learn to play. Oh, every day we learn and play. We do our best. So
We're going live.
be great. Oh. You do your best, best.
And I don't mind.
Right. So let's get ready. Cause it's about that time. Good morning, how are you? Good
Hey, y'all.
morning, how do you do? Good morning. Time to be great. Good morning.
Your best is right. So start today.
Open your eyes.
Reach for the sky.
Good morning to you. Good morning, how do you do? Good morning
Good
to
morning.
you. Good morning, how do you do? You see me on my grind.
Hey,
Stars
y'all.
got to shine.
I'm a supernova.
Yeah, you see me taking over. Yeah.
I'm on the move. I got a way to shine too. So let me hear you say, every day we gonna learn.
Learn to play.
We learning and playing today,
Yeah.
y'all. I think my AirPods is broken, y'all. Good morning. Today is
Good morning,
Thursday,
good people.
February 11th, 2021. And my hair was wet. I don't know why. What's up, Romeo?
Good morning, everybody. February 11th, 8th. Everybody knows that. First of all, shout out to my mom. My mom is excellent. To have a mother that know, if you're a son of a mother, that means your mom already knows what you need. I don't know if it's different for females, but I got my first set of gifts yesterday. My mom was like, you know what? You need some new AirPods. So you know what I'm gonna get you? Wake up this morning and we ready to go. The first set of gifts done came through, people. Sunday is the kid birthday. Start sending them. I see the packages coming in. Come on, send some more. Y'all need the address? I wear a size medium. Come on now, let's go.
Romeo, you do not wear a size medium. Don't do that.
I wear a size medium. Throw the mediums out. Get them in there. But but no,
Right.
man, it's a beautiful day. Started a beautiful day, and that's where we're gonna keep this energy at. Well, that's where I'm gonna keep my energy at.
Absolutely. No, that's what we're going to keep our energy at. I think my AirPods is broken, y'all. I don't have a green light. It's supposed to have a green light when it's
You
charging,
supposed to have
right?
a green light.
Oh, this
Green
is
light
blue.
charging, white one is out the box. White one is out the box. Yeah.
I might
No,
have to buy some
nothing.
more. Let me see if the
Hit the button on the
left.
back. Hit the button on the back.
Okay, I hit it.
Now go
No,
to
they
your
settings.
Bluetooth
Sorry,
on
y'all.
top of your.
We're going through a
It's at the top
technical
of your
session.
screen. Go to the Bluetooth on the top of your screen. Hit that.
Yeah. Okay. I hit it.
Does it pop up?
Yeah.
Okay.
AirPods Pro Connect. Okay, let me see.
There you go. What up, Calvin Bradley, Shirley Carter, Taru, early in the AM in the morning. Good morning.
Bro.
Did it click?
Yeah, they not charging.
Oh, they did.
And they not charging. I might have broke them.
Somebody been. You know what? It's that new Peloton. That's what it is. It's that new workout that you broke it during the new workout. We'll just say that.
Now be trying to bait me into a discussion about my non-working out.
Oh, you didn't get up this morning and get to it?
No, I did. I got up this morning. I did my Pilates, so I'm proud of that. I've been very consistent with that. And I need to add more, right? So now that I'm into the routine of it, I'm gonna add weights. I'm gonna add the thigh band. What is that thing called, Romeo? That you put on your thighs.
Oh, the resistance band.
Resistance band.
The resistance band. Okay.
Yep. And I got a kettlebell. So
What?
I'm going
How
ahead
many
and
pounds?
incorporate all. Well, it's
How many?
only 10 pounds. It's only 10 pounds. So it's okay because I'm,
That's a
I'm
start. That's
it's
a
a
start. Yep.
start. What do I need though? What do I
Oh,
need?
okay.
How many
With
pounds
the
do I
no
need?
the resistance band gonna at least if you use it every day. Yeah, 10 is what you need. But if you use that resistance band anyway every day, you'll cut your lower half at least 7 pounds a week. At least at the lowest, you'll lose 7.
A week?
Yeah,
You said a week.
yeah. If you use the resistance band around your thigh area and you
Mm-hmm.
use that as your workout consistently, yeah, it'll cut.
Okay, Romeo, send me a good workout so I can do with the resistance man.
Matter of fact, I know who just seen you on Instagram too, because she does it perfectly. But yeah, it'll cut. You just got to use it.
Yeah. I so listen, so we had what was the girl that came on Hands on Your Knees? What's her name? Your friend.
hands on hands on your knees.
Hands on Your Knees with Kevin Gates, the rapper girl.
Oh,
Not Mulatto.
Rennie Rucci.
Rennie. Rennie was like, you need that roller ball. So I pulled it out. I've just been looking at it though. I've been eyeing it like you next. That roller ball to get your abs right. So I got
Oh,
it.
I hate that thing. Oh, you got that too?
I got it. I got one. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay,
summertime. And so we
okay.
shouldn't regret anything, right? So we shouldn't feel bad about it. We shouldn't regret it because there's nothing that we can change. So we should probably just look forward to the future to change the things that we can going forward, right? However, I
Okay.
look back at last year and I was like, I should have been so damn fine because it's not like we were doing anything, you know? Like not like
Yeah.
we was
I,
out and about and had to travel and go all these different places and events and
that's
we was
classic.
in the house.
She said, I
So
reckon I should have been fine.
I should have been
I
fine
should
to
have
say
been
I was
killing
looking at
that
my
summer.
I was looking at my pictures from last year. We were in DC doing an event for Cadillac and I was just super fine. That was the same time around the time for my daddy. TJ, did you get the picture from my daddy? Pull up his cuter picture.
Yeah. And
But I was so
I like the
cute.
fact she added. Okay. Go. Hey, I
But
love the confidence. Manny
oh,
already
I
done
was.
sent you 10 roses. He on his 12 roses this morning.
Let
Again.
me see, Manny.
Uh
I'm going on Facebook right now.
uh Taru
Hey,
said,
Calvin.
Portia,
Good
you
morning.
fine.
I'm
Manny said
about to
you
be.
already fine. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Talk to him,
I'm
Manny.
about to be.
To him, Manny.
Y'all don't know. Yeah, y'all don't even know. I'm about to be.
you,
I got the little ab roller. I got my little arm weights. My boys be stealing them though. So I got the dumbbell set. They be stealing them. I be having to look all around the house for them.
hey,
But
I,
they.
I I know it's a personal thing, right? I know it's a personal building, but have you brought up?
Hey,
Oh, that's
Dad.
Dad with the white tee.
Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday.
I swear, I swear
That was
he
last
looked
year's
like a
time,
retired
y'all.
basketball player. Every
Listen,
time
I told
he looked
y'all
like a
he had all
retired
this tea.
basketball player.
I told y'all he had all this
Hey,
tea. That was last year, his birthday in DC. Hmm.
uh, black men, that's how you want to be. You want to have teeth when you get older, man. Don't go.
It's
Don't,
important.
it's a-
It's important. No,
uh,
like y'all see
no,
my
but
mouth
I was
over
gonna
here.
ask you.
Go ahead.
I saw I saw this 3 days ago, 2 days ago. Now I know you're doing it for physical for just because you physical health, right?
I'm doing it because I want
Uh,
to be healthy all around. Health and wellness is good.
right.
Next to godliness.
It was a poll going around saying why do women in media have to have if you think about it. Why do all women, black, white, Hispanic in media, have to be fit or overly or overly sexy, while men get to be any shape, form, or fashion that they choose to be? Like if you look at television, I want to say damn near every female in media has a beauty about them that is shown. But every man, you know, he can be 200, 300. You know, if I'm making sense, he could be whatever size he prefers to be, and it's not a question mark. But every female, they said you cannot name one female in this industry media who does not have a fitness look about them. You think that's
Well,
true? Thinking
I
about it.
can name several, but we're gonna talk about that after the break. Y'all keep that thought, think about something in your head, and we're gonna talk about it after the break.
Whether it's advice on managing your anxiety or tools to help you stay grounded, Coping 19 provides a range of resources and self-care tips to help you cope with this pandemic. We can help. Find the resources that work best for you at coping-19.org.
You know, a lot of people say when you're going somewhere, you don't want to look back. But I beg to differ. I can't lie and say it was easy. I looked at everything in a different light. I realized it started with me going back and getting my high school diploma.
What's more dangerous? A man who isn't afraid of death or one who's found everything to live for? I asked him if he was proud of me. He emphatically said yes, as he laid his pecan-colored head on my chest, and I went through my mind 1,000 times to figure out what that could possibly mean, and every single example ended in motivation for me. So you may not be afraid to die, but I'm more afraid to let them down. And I found something to live for, which is a dangerous motive forever fueled. See, your thoughts may be involuntary, but my actions are very calculated. I was a man with a plan, but now I'm a dad with a decree, and you can't take that from me. My sons ain't raised by no coward, and they won't be one either. If this be the measure of a man, the yardstick gonna need way more meters. I take it too far, so they never come up short, because I found everything to live for.
I don't think we're free in this country. And for 100 years, you saw black people menaced and targeted and lynched and beaten and brutalized. I think we're burdened by this history. You are obligated to do something to address that, or you become part of the problem. More people have to be willing to do that uncomfortable, inconvenient thing that justice requires for things to get better. We don't have to fear fairness. We don't have to fear equality. We don't have to fear
15 seconds.
doing the right thing.
Damn loud.
Truth can inspire change. Learn more at EJI.org.
4, 3, 2.
TJ, I know they sick of hearing you. You loud.
Good morning.
15
You might as well
seconds.
jump on. 15. Hey man, to live.
Right.
15 seconds to do what? 12. Oh Jesus, no man.
15
Help me.
seconds.
Jump on camera. But
Okay,
I
so
see people
Romeo,
done chimed in.
what they say? Let me get back on Facebook. What they say?
These shields looks. We love in an extremely judgmental era. People project their inner fears on what they desire to see in relationships and people and what they hang around and the people that they view. Manny Jordan said, "It's honestly it's tough being a teddy bear sized guy. A lot of women here in Georgia judge guys based on either their size or clothes. Well, that's true. Just because I don't have Gucci or Louis Vuitton doesn't make me less than a good candidate. Is there anything I'm doing wrong? I guess that's asked of Portia. Shout out to Janet Simmons. Um, so let's let's start with that. Let's start with the Manny Jordan one. Portia, is there anything he's doing wrong?
No. No, so a lot of times we do like a man with a little bit of girth on him, right? So just a little bit, like he ain't got to be like slim and oh, that was my phone. Slim and trim and you know, super fit and like sometimes we be like needing somebody to have the capacity to pick us up, right? We be wanting it. Like if we fall, like baby, can you pick me up? Like we don't want nobody that sticks and bones. Just like we would think that guys wouldn't want anybody that's just sticks and bones. But no, I don't think you're doing anything wrong at all. It really is a matter of preference, and we shouldn't be that superficial as a society, y'all. We shouldn't be. I know it's a double standard. I know we can't necessarily do anything about it, but it really is at the end of the day about the person, you know, their character, you know, how they help people, how they treat people. You know, you treat people how you want to be treated. It really should be about that. And sometimes in media, we forget that, right? Because a lot of the times you end up having to look the part. But there are some people, some women in media who don't necessarily look the part. And I'm gonna just say that.
I
I'm
missed
not
that
giving no
one.
names. I'm not giving no names. There are
Tanya
some women in media that don't look the part.
Tanya
Yeah, self
Mendez
love
says,
has a lot to
but Gucci and Louis Vuitton don't make you a man. Tanya, you're right,
Tanya.
but he's not saying that. Now, as a man, and God voice producer TJ, let's not flex. Women do judge off of money, appearance, car. Those three things are always prevalent, regardless if he's a
It
nice
depends
guy or
on
oversized guy. No, I'm saying
it.
regardless if he's a
Mm-hmm.
nice guy, oversized guy, cute or whatever. I guarantee you those three things will always come up in some shape or form. Money, appearance, or car.
So
Always.
it depends on your age range and what's important to you during that time, right? Because let's just be real, when depending on where you live, it doesn't matter if you have a car or not. Like in New York, it's dumb to have a car. Like you can't drive anywhere. Everybody is on the subway, everybody is in cabs, everybody is in Ubers. So you don't necessarily think about a car when you in New York. But you know, as long as you
Hey,
have the
hey
ability
producer.
to what?
No, producer TJ, right? They go from your face to your shoes.
Oh,
They go from your face, they go to your shoes, and then they go to your clothes. Like they skip the whole thing. Hey, I don't know what it is about shoes, but women in shoes, it
you
is.
don't want
It's up
nobody with
there.
no dusty shoes on. Not me. He's breathing. Girl, Gene, come through, Gene. Gene said, "Listen, as long as he breathing and do he have Viagra? That's what I need." Y'all, did y'all tune in yesterday? Cause Jean was, she told it like it was. She was like, "Let me tell y'all what I need for Valentine's Day." If y'all missed it, she might put it back
What
in the
up,
comments,
G?
but she came through yesterday and she told us what she needed in no uncertain terms. Okay. Um,
G.
yes,
Uh,
independent. You so
uh,
Steve Harvey came out. What was it? A couple of years ago, and he was saying like there are 5 P's that women want, and I wholeheartedly agree. Provider, protector. What were they, Romeo? Provider, protector.
I'm
You
at.
can pay
You
for some
tell me. I'm
stuff,
curious.
and let me see. I gotta Google it right quick because I can't
Yeah,
remember.
you got me
But
curious.
there were
I want to hear this.
yeah, there were some essential things that he was basically saying that all women need, and they'll be okay. Let me Google it right quick. He needs to do more than breathe. That's what the voice of God said.
but ladies, like I'm 100% with you, but I gotta ride for Manny. Like don't let's Don't flex. Y'all can get over beauty. Y'all can get over how a man. Y'all can probably get over how a man looks, but the three things y'all never gonna get over is his financial status, what he drive, and how he dresses. Y'all not gonna get over that. So let's not act that game. We know that's true. Like producer TJ said, face, shoes, and clothes in that order too. They probably gonna look at your shoes first, to be honest, before they even look at your face. Live longer. People will see karma for all they say and do others. Please let folks live and look how they do. Ask Cardi B, money can buy you all you want to look like. And Cardi B
To
just
look like
changed her
what?
face. Oh my god.
To look like what?
She said,
Oh.
I'm just saying, everybody's going crazy over the internet because her new video. I don't know if you saw it, but it looks like she had face something done, whether it was Botox or it looks like she changed her face a little bit.
Okay, before we go to Romeo's report, it was three P's, and it was profess, provide, and protect. And I have to agree with that. If you profess that you love me, that you are committed to me, committed to the relationship, and all of that, we're good. If you provide, we're good. And we all need somebody to protect us. So Manny, when you said that teddy bear, like we want somebody to protect us. Like I say, I need somebody to make sure that if I fall, like you can literally pick me back up. Not just, baby, get up.
You believe
Baby,
that?
get up. What?
You believe that's the only three things? Do you really?
Well, I
Yeah,
think those
I'm
are
laughing too. Okay,
no, I think those are essential things. I do. Profess,
okay. For
provide,
me,
and protect.
I ain't speaking for
Like,
producer TJ, but if you think those three things the only thing, that's a
no,
lie. Steve Harvey
not
lied to y'all.
only. Not only, but
Oh,
they're definitely essential. They're definitely essential. Like I was having a conversation with my girlfriend yesterday. This is one of my travel girlfriends, right? So you got all type of categories of girlfriends, but this is the one that I normally travel with, and we haven't been able to travel. And so I was like, I would do a trip by myself, but I'm scared, right? So I'm like, I at least need somebody there to protect me, to look like they're gonna protect me if some jump off, if we getting in the Uber or whatever. Like, like if we at the resort, I need somebody that's with me that's look like don't come this way, don't play. I need some type of protection. I was like, I can't go by myself. Like in a pre-COVID world, I would have gone by myself and just stayed on a resort or did whatever. But I'm like, we need somebody to travel. So that's all I'm saying.
I see you, Manny. Manny said he about to run to the gym so he can hit them curls for Portia. Let's go, man. Let's
Listen,
go, man. Let's get this.
I don't want nobody that's gonna nudge me and be like, "Baby, get up, baby, you okay?" No,
I hear
pick me
something.
up, carry me up the stairs, do something.
Hey, Portia,
Make
they
sure I'm
waking you up, baby. I hear they waking you up. Hey, I hear something in the other room. If you don't
right,
get up,
baby. Baby, hide, boy. Boy, you better go downstairs and find out what's going on. Baby, get in the closet. Baby, let's go hide.
get in the
No, we're
closet.
not doing that.
Let's go hide together. Let's go
No,
hide together. Together.
no, sir. Hey, Robert.
Hey,
Good
man.
morning.
Rolling out AM, February 11th, 8:24. Let's jump into the social report. And I like DJ Academics sometimes, but he's already got released from Complex for statements that he made about the industry. So he took his platform over to Twitch. Twitch is a great platform. So now he's on Twitch. DJ Academics claims that down low gay rappers are sleeping with music executives, and this is how they are still remaining prevalent and still getting streaming numbers. He said in a recent post on Twitch, discussing T.I. and Tiny's assault and sex abuse scandal, accusing male executives in Hollywood of sleeping with male rappers. for these male rappers to gain success. There are a couple of executives that he knows of that he's heard that are having sex with male rappers. These male rappers, truth be told, um, get pulled into the music industry, quote unquote, which he names as there's a gay mafia inside the music industry, a gay mafia inside the entertainment world where you can get randomly pulled in and subjected to certain things in order for your records to sell. But he said he ended the conversation with, I don't want to say anymore because I don't want to randomly get banned or killed.
Or killed. Oh, okay. Wow.
Well, I mean,
So okay, so my initial thought when you said DJ Academics, let me tell y'all what my brain does. I'm like, academics, name association, Tom and Jerry, the mouse from Tom and Jerry, Erica Badu. That's the guy that Erica said looked like the mouse from Tom and Jerry. Anyway, sorry y'all.
correct.
That's how my mind works. And then I seen the picture. I'm like, yep, that's definitely Jerry. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know. Like, what was he
I
saying
don't know.
about T.I. and Tiny? What was he saying about
And the
them?
discussion with Ti and Tiny, he brought up how they do have a sex overextended sex life, but that's in their bedroom, and a lot of people in the industry, like I knew, like a lot of people in the industry knew that, but that's their life, that's their bedroom. Nobody, I don't know why people so curious about being in other people's bedroom, but that's their life, their bedroom. So he was speaking about that when somebody brought up what about these other rappers in their bedroom, and that's when he said there's a lot of these rappers with these big major deals that y'all love so much that are a part of the gay mafia in the entertainment industry. Hey, I
Well,
don't know.
where
I
there's
ain't seen it.
smoke, there's always some fire. I don't know. It's a recurring story or it's a recurring theme that we hear often. So he's
Yeah,
not the first to say it. I'm sure he's not going to be the last to say it. Um, okay. Keep speaking your
yeah.
truth.
I mean, yeah,
Maybe
and
he
if it is
knows.
a thing, keep it over there. I, I can honestly tell you, Romeo International don't need that contract. You can keep that over there. Do what you do in your life. Cool, great, wonderful. I support it. Just keep it over that side.
You know,
Um,
yeah. Oh well. Tanya, what you say? Oh well, it is what it is. That gay department not on Ti and Tiny. Oh hell no. Yeah.
right. That's. I don't know about the music in that department. I ain't been to that down the hall. Next up, which I find interesting. It depends on which one TJ Pugh. Let's talk about Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, is not playing the national anthem before the games. He said whether it's he for his black athletes, whether they're holding up their arms, whether they're taking a knee, uh, whatever it is, that's not the issue of respect or disrespect to the flag or the anthem in this country. I think it's more of a reflection of our players' commitment to the country. And the fact is, it's more important to them, and they're willing to say what's in their heart and do what they think is right. Why are we not supporting them 100%? And why are we still pledging allegiance to a flag that does not pledge allegiance to them? So, as the owner of the team, for all the home games, he said, I'm not playing the national anthem. A, because I own this building, I own the team, and I can do that. And nobody can tell me I can't. Not even the NBA, technically. The NBA can. Uh, he did say in an earlier conversation, the only thing the NBA requires is that you stand for the national anthem. That's the only thing they require. They don't require you playing it.
What's
So,
up, Unc?
what do you what
I'm sorry. I just
what do
looked in
you
the
feel about
comments. I
that?
see my uncle out there. What's up, Unc? I'm happy. I'm happy that so you can make those calls when you're in the position of ownership, when you're in the position of CEO, when you're in the position of boss, right? There's nobody above you, nobody can trump you. So kudos to him for using his position to do something to support his team because they play for him, he's the owner, and to also take a stand. Like he said, we're not completely supporting them. We're not fully supporting them 100%. So this is my part. This is what I choose to do. Nobody can stop me. And on to the next. What y'all gonna do? Who gonna check people? That's basically what
Let
he
me ask you
said.
this: even though it is symbolic, correct? And I always find the fine line that people have died for that anthem. Like if when you break it down outside of everything else, people have died for that anthem. So the question
Right.
becomes: should the anthem should it still be an anthem? Should it still be like a national, like an overall, everybody? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Because I can tell you this, I remember that before I remembered Lift Every Voice and Sing. I I remember that anthem verbatim quicker than I remember Lift Every Voice and Sing. If that conundrum messes with your head. So do
What the
you
hell
think that it should be
going on?
something?
I'm sorry. He know his damn light ain't right. What you say? I remember both of them songs. But I resonate more with Lift Every Voice and Sing. I just think I don't know if he does push the envelope to say we're gonna sing Lift Every Voice and Sing, the national black anthem. I will be ecstatic. Y'all don't want me to start singing. Somebody move my microphone because I want
Okay.
to start singing. What's up, King
No,
But
James?
you
no.
but you don't
What's that?
but you don't think it should be taken away though, right?
What? Lift Every Voice and Sing
No, the
or the
national anthem.
national? No, I do. I'm happy. I'm happy that he made that
Oh
move.
wow.
Maybe a lot more owners will follow suit. Yeah. Why we
Okay.
singing it? We don't mean it. Let's live the life that we sing about.
Ooh.
Let's live the life that we talk about.
While we singing it, we
So,
don't mean it. Ooh, that's a powerful
right, we
statement.
don't
Okay.
I mean. Good morning.
What's
¿Cómo
happening?
Good
estás,
morning.
sir?
Good morning.
I
Good
What's
morning
don't
going
to you
know.
too.
on?
You
Yeah, I'm still in Vegas. It's about 5 a.m., 5:30. So
Oh.
yeah, I'm in my hotel room at the MGM Grand. So um,
Oh, you just
yes.
had to throw that out.
What? Had to throw
That's
what
what's
out?
up. You just had to throw out that you was at the MGM Grand.
I
You
mean,
had to let people
I'm
know
not.
that's
I,
saying that.
I, I don't need nor have the desire to brag because I'm already a baller, and so it's unnecessary for me. It's
Baller.
right. So for me to like boast is superfluous. It's more than necessary. So I'm just being me. So what I do seems like to others that I'm balling. So that's all. But anyway,
How long you
good.
out in Vegas for?
One more day.
Yeah. Oh, Courtney Bradley said, "Okay, baller." Okay.
Yeah.
And then it's back to
So
the A.
and then it's back to the A tomorrow. Yeah.
talk
What
that
is
talk,
it
bro.
like in
Talk
Vegas
that
right
talk.
now? What's going on? Are the streets
Uh,
empty? Was that alcohol at 5 o'clock in the morning? I'm just
what are you
curious.
talking about?
The drink that
No,
you was
no,
drinking.
that
Uh,
no, that was not alcohol, and I'm offended
What?
that you would try to make the
What was
inference
it? I'm trying. It
that I
wasn't
would
in a
drink
coffee cup.
at
You
5 in the morning.
obviously
See, no,
grown. I'm
you're
just
not going to
asking.
you're not going to overtalk me, okay? So
Okay.
stop it. As far as what Vegas is looking like,
Y'all see me
it's
and go
kind of
back
it's
to it.
kind of it's kind of startling to view Vegas in these conditions. It's it's like skeletal remains. It's like
Mm.
wow. It's like somebody gutted. It's like somebody gutted the entire. It's like gutting a chicken. It's like I'm walking the streets or I'm observing, and there's nobody on the streets. Just nobody, hardly anybody in the hotels. It's amazing that Las Vegas is able to pay its bills because it's just really suffering right now, and it lives for the weekend. Like some hotels shut down for the week and only open on the weekends. Most of the restaurants close during the week. Um, so during the weekend, it has a pulse, and during the Super Bowl, it looked like normal Vegas. But as soon as the Super Bowl ended, it was it was like everybody left. So
Uh,
it was fascinating to
are the
see. Go ahead.
just out of curiosity, are the entertainment venues closed? The entertainment.
Yeah, there's a lot of entertainment. Um, Matter of fact, see, I don't know what you mean by entertainment, so I
You
don't
know
know how
what
to
he
answer.
means. The alternative entertainment, the strip clubs, the whorehouses, all of that. They still
The
open?
whorehouses.
You know you go to a
Um,
damn whorehouse, don't you?
see,
You
this is
know
what
all of them out there.
see. This is what this. See, this is what I'm talking about, Portia. But um, yeah,
Shoe
it's
models.
interesting. Yeah, the shoe
Yeah,
models.
that's yeah. All the shoe
It, it,
models are still open.
Are they working?
um, yeah, they're working, but I haven't been in them because I don't trust the process. I don't trust. I haven't been in any strip clubs because or been out with a whole lot of people because I don't trust people like that with my health.
I agree.
So
I
you know
agree.
what I'm saying. Um, the masks are
I agree with
mandatory
you.
inside of all of the casinos. Uh,
Okay.
so, but you know what I'm saying. So have to wear it, except when you're gambling and you're smoking and drinking and eating, of course. But you have to have it on otherwise. And so I've just been keeping my distance and just trying to be there for my friend, because he's undergoing at least life changing surgery. It's just so it's kind of sobering being here, um, talking to him because like a 5 hour, I'm sorry, a 30-minute lunch would turn into like a 3 hour, you know, a 3 hour lunch, and then before I know it, it's 12 o'clock here, and it's 3 o'clock in the East Coast, and I said, man, I got to get some work done, but so it's real sobering being here, what I'm saying, like knowing that you start to really understand your own. Oh man, I can't even think right now. You begin to realize how vulnerable you are, how precious life is when you come to grips with somebody who's undergoing surgery to save their life. So
Yeah.
it's kind of so this is not totally a pleasure trip. It's or a vacation trip. It's like comforting your best friend that you've known most of your life, and I know we all have one of
Facts.
those. And to know that they could not be here in the near future, it's just
Facts.
sorry about that. Sorry about that. But
You good?
just to even think about that is just very sobering. So we've
Oh,
it's just
King
been real.
James.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but we
Yeah, yeah.
feel you. We
Well,
sending good vibes and love your way. I'm not gonna be on you this morning, and I'm gonna
no, no,
back
no, no, no.
off. I'm a
No, 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 no. Don't try to be fake and act like you're a nice person.
I'm
Just
not
do
being
you.
fake. I
Yeah,
think you can have compassion. You know what I'm saying? I can't have
no,
compassion. I can't have
yeah,
empathy and compassion for you.
Yeah,
I gotta be
but
Janet
just like
Simmons
the
said she
pride.
got you. D Shields. Janet Simmons said she got
We
you. D
love
Shields
you.
said she got you. Gene, Manny, Melina, everybody, man, they were. We get it. Like you ain't got to push the envelope. Like trust me. If
Yeah,
if 2020 taught us anything, we get it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
that's one thing
And it's just been
2020
real
taught
weird.
us.
Yeah, I've been trying to get myself together to work this week, and it hasn't been. It's been a fail this week. I haven't been able to get myself together to do what I normally do, to put out the product that I usually product. Because I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? I usually do what what I can do, but it hasn't worked this week. So it's been a weird week. But yeah, I come back tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, this is Coke, by the way.
These days, I care more about people's I care more about people where they are mentally. Coke and Henny. I care. What up, Manny? Manny showing love. Hey man, these days I care more about people's mentally. Man, F work. Like
who drinks Coke like that, y'all? Okay, I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna leave you alone. But who drinks Coke like that?
Coke like what? I drink Coke like I drink Coke like coffee. I mean,
people don't drink Coke like coffee. Don't do that.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Key James, your pinky was up. Your pinky was up. Pinky was up.
Huh?
Your pinky was up. You did have your pinky up. I'm just saying.
What?
Hey, whatever happens in Vegas stays. And see, your pinky was up. Yep. Hey, I'm just saying. Coke in the morning. Nobody drink. Hey, Portia. Nobody drink water in the morning. Milk, orange juice, Coca-Cola, coffee. Okay.
I mean, we got more important things to talk about. I mean, what did y'all think about the Senate trial? It was fascinating. That was riveting.
I watched
we have Jay Wendell Gordon coming on. He's going to do a segment on Ask the Lawyer. So if you guys have your questions about the impeachment trial, what's going on, if we are confused about it, if you need some things cleared up, put it in the comments on Facebook. If somebody wants to come on, we can send you the link so that you can come on and ask your question as well. But he'll be here in about 2 minutes so that we can talk about that. But
well, let me drop this last story.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Let me drop this last story. This is the most believable thing I've heard in life. This man who was impostering Bruno Mars.
He was impersonating?
Catfish.
Don't do that, Terry.
Catfish this woman in Texas for over $100K and cleaned her out. This is the most dumbest, smartest. I'm impressed, to be honest. But basically, the victim was 63. She told the cops that Bruno Mars contacted her on Instagram, and they developed a relationship. He eventually asked for cash. Bruno Mars eventually asked for cash. She says she cut a check, put it in the mail. One for 10K, another for 90K. It was all for a band member who was sick, and he was asking her to donate to the band members' health. Bruno Mars, y'all. And the man, the money found its way to the bank account of a guy named Chawundu Azamu. Now there's a photo of him. He does have similarities, but he don't look like Bruno Mars. And he is now arrested. The woman was said she was always told that he was leaving tour and to come be with her. And she was preparing to go on tour with Bruno Mars because Bruno Mars reached out through Instagram. Hey y'all, Halle Berry called me yesterday through Snapchat.
Who did? Oh, Halle Berry. That's okay. So first off, Romeo, that's not funny. It's just not funny. It's sad, and that's another heartbreaking thing that you would take advantage of your seniors like that. How old was she?
63. It's
Where's her
not
family?
funny.
It's
King
not
James,
funny because if
Bruno
that was
Mars
your mama, if
contacted
that
me
was
through
your,
Instagram.
and singers don't necessarily know how to use social media like that. So why wouldn't she think that it was really him? So it's sad because that basically says, it screams that she doesn't have a
She should have
support
known
system. She
better.
doesn't have family. She
Thank
doesn't
you,
have
producer
people
TJ.
around
Thank
her.
you.
She might be she might be just a little off, and she might be lonely. Like a lot of the times when you get older, you pay for your company. And so that's what she was doing.
You pay for company? What are you talking about,
You
Portia?
do. You pay for company.
What do you mean pay for company?
Whether it's directly or indirectly.
And we don't need any personal testimony.
Unless you're just a good person, right? So in San Francisco, we had a neighbor. She was a family friend neighbor. She's been, she lived in the house all of the life that I lived in San Francisco, and she was living there up until a couple of years ago. She died. But Miss Fanny, she was 90. She didn't have no kids. She didn't have any relatives. She was in San Francisco by herself. She was, doing her thing. But we will always look out for her. She was, like you were saying yesterday, Romeo, with the neighbors. We knew our neighbors and all of that. We will always look out for her. For no monetary gain. Like my mom, every time she went to the store, she would always call Miss Fanny. Hey, Miss Fanny, I'm going to the store. Do you need anything? Like, you don't take advantage of your elders or other people just because you can. And good stuff will come to you. I'm just saying.
Different. It's different when it's little Tony. We talking about Bruno Mars reaching out through Instagram asking you for money.
Maybe that was her fantasy. Now. That's wrong, y'all. 62 is not old.
She deserved that
one. Probably by herself. She probably
deserved that one.
And when you say
she deserved that much, oh God.
Because Bruno, my God. Hey,
yeah. So what's I don't get it, Portia. But what I did want to ask you is what is the average price that you pay for company, Portia?
Well, I don't know, but when you think about it, like, so a lot of times when you don't have family, you don't have friends, like, you'll do stuff for people to make sure that they stay around. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, no worries. You want to come over today? I'm making your favorite food. I'm making this, I'm making that. Or you just buying stuff for people just randomly. Hey, here you go. I bought you something. It really is, like I said, whether directly or indirectly, you're paying to have someone around. And I think that's probably what she was doing with Bruno. And she just thought that she had hit the jackpot.
I just, no. Okay.
Because, I mean, and even, so, like, not in our family, we got to guess, but not in our family, like, not in the Black community, we don't necessarily do that, but you see that a lot in the white communities. The kids, like, we had a neighbor, when we was living in an apartment, had a neighbor, she was older, and she had kids, but she would say, she was white, she had kids, and she said, I guess I got kids. They act like they don't know me. They wanted to put me in a home, but I don't want to be in a home. Like, when you have families like that, you just be like, And so I would go check on her, from time to time. And I'll be like, Miss Heidi, you okay? And she'll be like, yeah. And what would, intend to be a 10-minute conversation end up being like hours because she ain't had nobody to talk to. She was lonely. And so baby, you want something? I can fix you something to eat. I can do this. No, Miss Heidi, I gotta go. But that's how they pay for their company. They're like, whatever you want, I just want somebody to talk to. And that's what probably the old lady was going through. Anyway.
I think, that's an African scam. I think you missing what all the fellas understand. Because Manny just said it.
Yeah.
We talking about that's just like so. I'm gonna call King James. No, I'm gonna call King James. Hey, King James. Yeah, Romeo. Hey, look, man. Salma Hayek reached out to me and asked me for $10,000. What?
Don't fault her.
He gonna be like,
she just
what are you talking about?
She just wants some company. Y'all would be amazed at how people.
And I'm sad that he got.
She did not. And let's bring our guest on. And let's talk about these.
We can't continue to talk about
let's bring the guest.
Because you never did it. Yeah, you never did answer the question of how much you pay for company. But
You know
Oh,
what?
I don't pay,
My
but I know
my
no,
partner
a
here.
lot of
I'm about to
situations
I'm about
where
to ask
people
him. Excuse me,
yeah.
sir.
Good morning.
I'm
What's
about to
up?
ask him.
Good
Oh
Good
morning.
morning.
man. Oh, can
Sir,
I pass?
you're very diverse in legal. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. A woman
That's the
comes to
setup.
you and says, "Hey, Bruno Mars DM me and asked me for $10,000, and I gave it
Mm,
to him." Does
I
that
don't think she
sound
should have done that.
logically?
Well,
She might be a little scared.
in my line of business, y'all know I'm I'm a trial lawyer. I'm a criminal defense lawyer. So I
Mhm,
reserve judgment. I don't judge people. People come into me
mhm,
telling me all kinds of things, and and I
mhm,
need them to be able to talk to me. So I don't want them to feel like they're
Okay.
being judged. So I'm not going to judge this woman because, just like Portia said, all kind of things you have to take into account. And I thought it was very interesting when she said that at a certain age you have to pay for your company. I didn't really realize that, but when she said that kind of struck a bell with me because some people do feel that way. So I'm not. I'm gonna abstain from this issue. I'm gonna let y'all have
Okay.
fun with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna abstain from it.
Okay.
You ain't
What
gonna mess
what
with my
well, you
reputation
know
out
what,
here.
Jay? Well, Jay, we gotta file suit against J Lo because J Lo hit me up 2 years ago, and
Yeah.
I sent her $25 because she needed a cab ride. So we need to go get her.
Well, I don't, they got Judge Judy can handle that one. Y'all need to see Judge
Listen,
Judy on that. But nah, you'd be
Ah,
surprised what people do when they're in their own state. When you're in that house and all you got to look at is four walls and the ceiling, think of anything. You'll believe anything for some company. Some people wouldn't,
yeah,
I
gotcha.
imagine.
I understand.
So
Listen,
it's
y'all
good
gotta
talk. It's
understand.
good product for comedy, but I ain't going in there with y'all with that
Yeah.
one. I'm gonna
All
abstain.
right,
I mean,
I
and
see
we're blessed to have family and friends around us, but some people don't. And you'll be amazed at the type of stuff that people will do to just get a little bit of company, have some people talk to them. So
That's right. So for
anyway,
that
we're not
advice,
talking about,
all y'all gotta do is send me a check for $10,000.
you know what I'm
And that's
saying?
why
I'll be your
we don't look
friend.
down on Portia for paying for
I'm,
company. We understand that.
I'm
We just
giving
want
out
to know.
friendships for $10,000. Listen, I'll be your friend for 10
Oh,
stacks. Give me,
Jesus.
give me 10 stacks.
What's going on, man?
Hey man, I'm just loving life, man. Having fun out here, just doing what I do. What's going on
So
with you
let's
all?
talk
Welcome to the
about.
Rolling Out. Welcome to the Rolling Out AM Wake Up, 8:53 a.m. Man. Our favorite good guy, bad guy. He said he just tell him the story. Lawyers in the building, man. Go ahead, Portia. I'm sorry.
The warrior lawyer is in the virtual building. What's going on with this impeachment trial? What's going on?
Man,
What's going on? Break it down
last
for us.
yesterday the Democrats laid out their case, and it was quite compelling. It was emotional.
They slayed the
It,
game. They slayed it.
yeah, yeah, and they went back not just from the sixth, but they went back in time to just pull all his mess together, and put it up in a nice nugget of information that people could digest. So I thought that it was really compelling. It was really moving. But you got to understand, this isn't a legal trial. It's a Senate trial, and it's more political than anything. So despite the fact that they put on all this compelling evidence, it's still probably unlikely that the Democrats get the 17 votes that they need to actually impeach the president. However, they did memorialize his behavior and his conduct in the annals of the United States government. And so when history looks to the archives to retrieve just how bad and how wicked this person was, there's going to be volumes and volumes of information that they can read for themselves and then put the story together about how the United States survived its dark 4 years with an orange president. So I thought that the impeachment
Orange.
trial was big up to Stacey Plaskett. I was really
I saw her
impressed with
yesterday.
her.
Yep.
Yeah, really impressed with her. Jamie Raskin out of Maryland, of course. We're going to always big up Jamie Raskin because he's a D out of Maryland, Democrat that is, and just some others who were there. What's his name? Joe Neguse or Neguse or however you pronounce his name. And y'all, if somebody's
Mhm.
from his district, please correct me on that. Uh, I mean, it was just a great cast of orators who really just laid out the basis of why we are here and why that there needs to be some accountability, and that it is their duties to the American public to ensure that we know everything about this case that we wanted to know. I would have really liked to hear from witnesses because I want to get that feel. I want to feel you. Now I can already feel the orators or the speakers, but I want to feel the witnesses. I want to emote with them. I want to know what their experiences were firsthand, and not just our representatives' argument. Although they did have personal stories of their own, but it's great theater. It's great history, and it's just something that
Well,
I'm
it
very
was
interested
riveting.
in follow. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Hmm.
riveting television. But other than delivering this message for posterity, delivering their case for posterity, what legal ramification could Donald Trump be? what what could he face other than outside of the political arena? For example, you understand that there's an investigation that's been opened in
In
Georgia
Georgia.
for
Hmm.
trying to unlawfully influence the election in Georgia. Um, and then he has some things that are going on in New York, the state of New York, as well as the city of New York or the county of New York. Well, all three: city, county, and state of New York. So, do you believe that he has opened himself up to any type of legal ramifications outside of the political arena?
In terms of legal, the states control who's going to get prosecuted under state law. So he doesn't have any protection under state law. However, in the political arena, like you said, for prosperity's sake, yeah, that's good. But also, he could be banned from running again. He could be banned from his annual pension of what I think is $200,000 a year. He could be banned from his security details. So there are a lot of ramifications as a president. Uh, you don't want, because you want to go on with a legacy of dignity, of honor, and respect from your countrymen. But he's not going to get that. In terms of what's going on in Georgia, I'm not 100% certain what they can do to a sitting president. I'm not sure if any immunities are in place. But the legal analysts who've been paid to look at that situation or that issue, they will come out with the answers. But I do think that based upon what we know, there's a compelling case to be made that he did try to influence the Georgia election, and that he did try to use the muscle of the United States government for his personal benefit. And I think that again is something that we shouldn't tolerate. We've tolerated a lot from this president. A lot of what we've tolerated, I believe, is based upon his white privilege, because I don't see a Barack Obama getting away with some of the things that he's gotten away with. And quite frankly, I think it was the decency of the other presidents in the past that allowed them to kind of stay in place and not go way out and color way outside the lines. With this president, he has no chill. I mean, that former president we had, he had no chill. So I think today he should be in the position to have to reap the detriment of all the pain and despair that he's caused our nation.
Well, other than, and I'm sorry, I know other people have questions, but I wanted to know what did you find most fascinating or riveting about yesterday? Because to me, I didn't, it's almost cemented in stone that Eugene Goodman, the Capitol Police officer, is an absolute American hero. I mean, how many lives he saved yesterday? I mean, on January 6th is incredible. Are you okay?
I gotta
He's
stay consistent.
laughing.
I gotta stay consistent. Okay.
Mhm.
I never saw Eugene Goodman as a national hero. I know everybody else in the country did, but I don't buy into that narrative. In fact, I see that as revisionist history. I saw what happened with my own eyes, and I didn't see a hero on that case. But they're trying to make the case with him. So you can make the case with any officer. But I saw with my own eyes what happened. If the Congress people were upstairs, why did you invite these people upstairs? I just don't understand that. And if you got a gun on your hip and you got these people in the doorway, about 8 to 10 of them, Why aren't you using it? Your life was in danger. It means you put their lives, people who wanted to kill you or hurt you or maim you, above your own life and what you mean to your family. So I don't buy into that. Y'all can hate me, y'all can DM me, you can email me. I don't care. I can handle it, but that's how I feel about it. And but I thought that the way they used him in this case, yeah, I believe it was effective.
You think it was a pump
Okay.
fake? You think it was a pump fake? You think it
Absolutely.
was a distraction? Okay.
What, the Eugene Goodman scenario, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think because when we all saw it, we know how we felt about it, and then somebody came in, oh yeah, this is not what you saw. He's a hero. He distracted, and then they say, well, he was outnumbered. Well, when he ran upstairs, he was still outnumbered. Okay, and they, whatever they said about this man, whatever they tried to say to revise what we actually saw with our own eyes. And see, I'm a lawyer. I deal with evidence. I deal with facts. You can't get me with all this emotional stuff.
So this man can't get no flowers. This man can't. You can't give him no flowers.
You know who gets the flowers? It was a young lady by the name of Ashanti Smith who stole that white lady in the face. Pow! When that white lady tried to take her cell phone.
I saw that. Yeah.
Oh,
To me, she's a hero. 20-year-old girl, man. This white lady tried to rob her of her cell phone when she was trying to document what they were doing to her. She punched the crap out that woman, and that's my hero because she fought back.
Okay.
Well, the reason why I said what I said is because I do believe in my heart that had Eugene Goodman not redirected Senator, and what's his name from Utah, the hated Republican, the Republican that Trump hates, if he had not redirected him, I do believe that he would have been subjected to great bodily harm. I do believe that.
Who did he redirect? He was there by himself. He took those people upstairs. That's where the senators were.
Okay.
There's all types of rooms.
See, that's where we just disagree, because I saw him running down the hall, and Senator was going in the direction of the mob, and he turned him around not long before the mob appeared on that floor. So
Romney.
Mitt Romney.
So we got to wrap.
There were a lot of other good things to talk about besides. I'm sorry, Portia. Go ahead.
No. Yeah, Mitt Romney. We got to wrap. I know this is getting heated between Terry and the Warrior Lawyer, and the Warrior Lawyer is not backing down, and neither is Terry. We're going to have to pick this conversation up next week, y'all. And let's actually talk about the impeachment and not Eugene, because y'all over there, we want to hear about what's really going on, So we'll be eager to see what happens during the next week. And you got to come back next week to break it all down for us again. And people on Facebook had questions, but we couldn't get to it because Terry was dominating with all his questions. What'd you say?
I asked you to jump in. No, don't do that, Portia. Don't do that, Portia.
According to my lawyer, I won't be wrong. So please send me $20,000 because I'm going on tour. If you I can't do that. I can't say that out loud. Never mind.
Y'all just send me. I'll be a friend for $10,000. No, but I'll be a good friend. Like, I'll be a real, I'll tell you some truth. That's the type of friend I'm talking about.
You ain't supposed to say that out loud.
Portia. For $10,000. No.
Oh man.
All right, y'all.
Oh man.
Okay.
Y'all are great.
We'll
Thanks for having
you next week to find out what's going on with this impeachment trial. Hopefully, we can see some justice for real. Like, and people will tap into their human side as opposed to their political side, especially the decision makers that matter. So let's get it together, y'all.
That ain't how politics work.
I understand. Anyway, okay. We'll see you next week, the Warrior Lawyer. And we'll find out what's going on there.
Hey, and you ain't the only one that ain't got hands. You know what I'm saying? But no, that's not how politics works. They are not likely to convict Trump. So I don't want people to get excited. The testimony and the presentation was riveting. It was enthralled. I was enthralled the entire day yesterday watching that. It was
You know
just
what
I could.
though? He just brought up a point because I saw Facebook light up. He actually just brought up a point. I wonder how many people think that he was or wasn't a hero. Because I've never heard that. I honestly never heard that narrative until now. That some people probably thought that he was not a hero. That's interesting.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
that. After our guest, we got a guest, y'all. You can bring him on. Robinson Lynn. He's the executive director of Momentum Education, which is a prominent organization that provides quality results-driven coaching, dynamic personal development workshops, and highly experiential team-building exercises and professional development courses. Welcome to the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call.
Good morning. I'm very grateful to be here. Thank you.
Good morning.
Hey man, what's going on?
What's going on? So tell us about
please,
who
go
you
ahead,
are,
please.
your background. Introduce yourself to our family, and let's get into this interview. We have a short exercise that you could walk us through as well. But go ahead and introduce yourself to our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube family.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. I'm excited to be here. My name is Robinson. I am the executive director of Momentum Education, which is a personal and professional development organization that was founded 17 years ago, actually 18 years ago, this in 2021, by my mother, Robin Lynn. So my name is Robinson. I'm literally Robin's son.
I love that.
Cool, right? And my mother had done transformational workshops all over the world, from Russia to Spain to South Africa immediately after the fall of the apartheid, and working with the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. And so coming from New York City, she then founded Momentum Education as an aspect and tool for communities to really get additional tools to live the life they dream about, to get additional clarity and go after tangible goals that matter to them. And so I've been the director for the last 10 years, unfortunately, after my mother passed away from pancreatic cancer. But I feel like I get to live my dream by being a son who helps, further the legacy of my mother while also supporting people and living the life they dream about. I would say up until 2020, we had never done any virtual programming. So we had done trainings all over the world, but always based in person and proximity. And so having to pivot like so many other businesses in 2020 and 2021 has provided us the opportunity to bring people together from all over the world and to expand our workshops in ways that I never would have thought. So I think we've done at this point probably leadership workshops involving close to 40 different countries. And it's been really special to bring people together where we can see, the things that make us unique that deserve to be celebrated, but also the ways we can connect at a time in which so many people feel isolated.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I got a question, and because I love what you said that you do, right? My question is, why hasn't something you said, okay, let me back up. Something you said sparked something in my mind. I love what you said, how you're integrating everybody. It's a collective. It's for everybody.
Absolutely.
How come the world does not put that much value on education? Because I've always wondered, like, why are people still fighting for the basics? And you watch these cartoons, like you watch these shows like the Jetsons and people flying in space and all this other stuff, and you see, and they give you this world that's a unified world of all these different creatures and technology, but then when you come to real life, it's like the furthest thing from reality. Like, how come education, and yes, I think it's a flex sometimes when they say, well, education is important. Not as much as important as y'all put on gun laws and everything else. So in your experience, tell me.
Yeah, that's a great question. The first thing I'm going to say is I agree with you. And well, I also want to be very clear that Momentum, although we do personal and professional development workshops, one of our biggest clients are our schools, right? We've worked with the Department of Education, several different states, the Ministry of Education in Antigua. And one of the first things that we look at is our model is based on experiential learning, right? Learning through experience. And so much of the Western learning model is based on this didactic learning, right? Where someone's speaking at you, you're supposed to try to retain as much information as possible, apply it for a test if you happen to remember, and then forget it. And one of the first things I do in a workshop, people, exactly, right? I ask people, like, do you remember anything of, like, how much do you remember of high school calculus? How much do you remember of some of the math, like, classes that you took? And most people have the exact same reaction you just had. And then we talk about what are some of the things you've learned through your own experience, whether it's riding a bike, whether it's learning how to drive. There's certain things you can learn by watching others, and then there's other things you can only learn when going through your own experience and having that kind of wisdom that comes with it. And so our model is not meant to be one person speaking at you while you try to take as many notes as possible. Our model is interactive learning. It's based on experience, and I think with that type of learning stays with you for a long time.
Oh, I love that.
When you say stuff like that, I automatically think of swimming, learning how to swim, right? You could watch people swim all day, but until you actually get in the water and apply it for yourself and try to stay afloat, doggy paddle, do whatever it is that you're trying to do, you won't necessarily know. So I definitely get it.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's a great example.
So let's take our readers and our viewers through a short exercise,
readers?
right? So, readers, they read. You reading on Facebook, ain't you? Our viewers,
you have to excuse
our
the two
family.
of them. They got this thing going.
Anyway, a quick little exercise so that we can kind of put it into perspective. Stop, start, and continue. What is that about?
Yeah, that's great. You know, so many, so many of the people that we work with, I would say currently are feeling overwhelmed and feeling isolated. And my belief is that there's probably a lot of people who are watching right now or reading the chat who can relate to that. And so we are all about having tangible results. We're all about goals. But I think there's also something valuable about starting with the things that you can do on a moment by moment basis, as opposed to sometimes the larger goals that can be so overwhelming. And we're, like I said, all about giving people tools to accomplish those goals. But one of the things that we also like to do as well is actually to pause and look at where are things that are currently working. So many people have a focus on what's not working, that they don't always acknowledge the new ground they've taken or the things and practices that they've incorporated into their life. So this is an exercise called Stop, Start, and Continue. Would love actually if we have the ability to read through the chat, if you're all as host are willing to engage as well. But we would want to look at what are 3 things that are you're currently doing in your life that you're going to be intentional about continuing. It doesn't mean that you have, it doesn't mean that you have to do it for the rest of your life, but at looking at some of the practices, some of the things that are currently working in your life that you don't want to take for granted, what would be a thing that is currently working that you want to be very clear about? Wow, I'm going to acknowledge that this is currently working.
I'll start.
Okay.
Mine is, so people who are regulars on the morning show, they know that I had the challenge of reintegrating praise, praying, and Pilates into my daily routine. And so recently I just added the Pilates back in, and I've been really consistent with it, and it's working for me. I know he ain't over there chiming in. Anyway, it's working for me. So that's one for me, Pilates. I'm gonna go with that.
Great, thank you. Is anyone else willing to share something that's currently working?
I know what's not working for King James. That Coke in the morning, that Coke and Hennessy in the morning. But anyway, go ahead.
No. See, we're not doing that.
I know that's not working. I know that won't work. I know you can't sustain that.
I
go
apologize.
Ahead,
it's the two of them. Okay, so I don't know if this is good or bad. It's different for me. Like, I'm built different. I'm a beast. So I attack. I've learned to attack every problem and fix it within the moment. So it's nothing that I'm currently working on. You know what? What do they call it? Time management.
Yeah, well, and I actually think you identified a few different things. One, time management seems to be working, but it also seems like you're present enough to attack problems as they're coming up. You're not currently procrastinating, things of that nature. Is that accurate?
Correct. Accurate.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah, and the reason I think I want to start there is I work with a lot of people who, in my experience, accomplish a lot but aren't feeling accomplished, right? There's can be the
Mm,
experience, right? There can be the
okay.
experience of like
Yeah.
waiting to their eulogies to decide whether or not they get to be proud of themselves. And so I want to start with the things that are working, right? And so if praise, play, and Pilates are working, then let's acknowledge that, right? If time management and attacking problems head on are working, let's acknowledge that as well. Particularly at a time where for so many people, it's very easy to identify things on the world and on an individual level that are currently, I would say, out of alignment.
Okay.
Great.
Dang, hit
I
me
have
on
my next
the other one though. Go ahead.
my next question. That said, I talked about things alignment. Are there any practices, whether it's the specific practices, it could be something like pressing the snooze alarm or something of that nature, or practices, maybe self-talk that are currently not working or serving you for where you are or looking to go? If you had to look at something that those are what you're continuing, does anyone have an example of something that they would be intentional about stopping?
Stopping. I'm checking the Facebook comments, and I wanted to chime in before we got to stopping.
Stopping.
Great.
Because there were some
Stop.
comments: stop and continue eating healthy, continue eating less, um stopping
Stopping.
messing with King James. I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna stop messing with King James. But go ahead,
Stop.
Romeo.
For me, uh, expecting. I don't know if you can stop expecting, but like I told you, the way I move, I see the target, I shoot the target's done, right? But I expect people to see the target like how I see it,
Wow.
and that literally frustrates the hell out of me because I realize nobody's not gonna see targets how I see targets. So I guess
Mm-hmm.
expecting people, I don't know how to word that.
Yeah, it seems like holding people to the same standards that you hold yourself to, in terms
Mm-hmm.
of seeing things the way that you're currently seeing them.
Work wise, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, absolutely. Great, thank you.
Stopping for me, right? So, and I want your professional opinion on this as well, because sometimes we make the decision to stop some things, but that habit has so much muscle built up in it that we go back to it. So how do we kind of combat, like I'll say I'm stopping the sugar, right? So one of my key things is health, and health is wellness, right? So I'm going to stop eating sugar, but then, after dinner, I might want a little cupcake or something like that. And then I feel bad because I eat the cupcake and I give in to my cravings. And then it's just like, okay, well, I'm going to start again tomorrow. Like, how do you fully work it out that be intentional about stopping, putting in the work, and then building that muscle and that habit up to keep going?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I love this conversation, particularly in February, because February is the time when a lot of people had the January 1st kind of resolutions and can check in with,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this is what I said I was going to stop. This is what I said I was going to
Right,
start, and where am I in
right.
relationship to? And so,
Uh-huh.
what I think of as you share that is, and that's why this is a stop, start, and continue. It also looks like when we're stopping one thing, what is the thing we're also looking to start? And sometimes what we're looking to start can be very practical and tangible. You removing sugar from your diet is a very clear kind of stop. But the start could
Mm-hmm.
be giving yourself grace that there's going to be moments where you're going to have a cupcake, and you don't. It doesn't mean that you now have to beat yourself up or not
Right.
acknowledge all the new that has been taken, with particularly with all the praise, play, and Pilates.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. I'm
Right,
with you.
and that so that for
Yeah.
me would be where we would go. I don't know if there's anyone else putting in the chat anything that they're looking to stop.
Not stop, continue, definitely. Exercise. Oh, eating less. Courtney says she's gonna stop eating a lot. Don't do that, Courtney. And then Pamela Campbell says she's gonna start taking time for herself. So I don't
Yeah,
see too many stops, but I see a lot of starts.
great. So I think that would be the opportunity to really look at what we're looking to start moving forward. And I think it can be, excuse me, it can be things that can be very specific and tangible, like I'm going to do yoga or Pilates, or it could be, I'm going to start giving, grace to myself, or I'm going to be nicer to myself, or I'm going to reach out
Mhm.
for support. I think one of the things that I'm going to look to stop is I have a tendency to be so focused on a goal that I can do the goal, but I often end up doing it by myself as opposed to receiving the support that's around me. And so my stop would be stopping to train people to interact with me like I'm Superman. And my start would be requesting for support. I work with a coach, her name is Kiyomi, and she said something very powerful. She said, if I could do it by myself, then it's not big enough for me.
Yes, that's very thought provoking.
It's not big enough.
Right. I identify with that. That's just like chasing your dreams, right? So if you have a dream that you can chase and if you can attain it by yourself, maybe it's not a lofty enough goal or dream for you to acquire, right? So one of mine is like, let's just say I want a yacht, right? So Martha Stewart got me in the mindset of wanting a yacht, but I can't necessarily do that right now by myself. I would need some other people to help because
And
it's
even if you
not
did get that yacht, you probably wouldn't
in
want to
my
be
reach.
sailing around the world by yourself.
And I wouldn't want to sail by myself. And I'm not paying nobody to be my company. Just saying.
Here's the flip side of that coin, though, of what you just said, because the last one was continue, correct? That's the last step.
Well, the last start is start.
Start, stop, and what was the next one?
We did stop
continue.
and continue. I like to finish on start because it's a nice way to kind of have ground us for where we're moving forward, opposed to where we've been.
Okay, got it.
Because I'm a firm believer. The only flip side of that coin of what you just said, because it triggers something. This is just me and my mental. I move, right? I do not have time for anybody to catch up. Like you're either running the same speed I'm running, or you're not running. Me slowing down for you to catch up is the most ridiculous thing ever. So if I'm chasing, if the success part, if I'm running 100 miles an hour towards it, technically, if I can get there by myself, I mean, yeah, you get encouragements and pats on the back and pushes, but you never get anybody who runs your race the same way you run your race. So it's kind of
Well, if I could offer one thing in relationship to that, because I can relate to you, and particularly as a business that had to pivot from being in person to virtual with the rise of the COVID pandemic in 2020, I found myself feeling like I was running a sprint to kind of figure out how we were going to pivot. And we were able to do that in really powerful and transformational ways. And then I realized, okay, I'm running a sprint. Maybe I need to think about it more like a marathon. And that would have me pace myself differently. And then, to be very honest, for me, where I got to was, why am I living my life like it's a race, like there's a time frame, like there's a finish line. And so many of the people I have worked with and coached who are goal orientated, by the time they cross one finish line, they're already thinking about how they're going to run the next race faster, as opposed to giving themselves time to already ran. And so I would just offer that it's not about necessarily slowing down so other people can keep up with you, but it might be slowing down so you can enjoy what you've already accomplished.
Yeah,
you know what?
and
I do that.
Crystal Ball on Facebook is agreeing with you. No, she's agreeing with you, and she's basically saying why it's something that you have to slow down. But go ahead, Romeo.
No, I do agree with you on that one. The crazy part is, I think the reason that there's a finish line and you have to get to there quicker, the world has placed us in a position to where nothing is certain. Like before the pandemic, I'm just speaking for me. Before the pandemic, you could think about next month. It was seeable. It was possible. 2020 hit, and every single day became a pure blessing. If you woke up that day, you're blessed. If you made it through the week, you're blessed. If you still got a job, like everything became a treasure. Job, health, home, family. So that's what made me feel that the race has to be quicker, because I have no earthly clue what the world is going to do.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
that's the
Um,
reason.
I wanted to chime in on Facebook because there were a couple of more stops added, and then I'm gonna let you wrap on continue. But Facebook said Kathleen says she's going to stop ingesting the madness of the day. And then Elaine said, for me, it will be to stop being Superwoman and embrace receiving and accepting support. So, kudos to them. But yeah, we got to wrap. This is fun.
No,
And it's
what are
definitely
you talking
eye
about?
opening. I know, like you just got started, but I want to give you a chance to wrap on continue so we can complete the exercise. And you got to come back so we can do some more of these thought provoking exercises to get our minds off of, the mundaneness of being stuck in a COVID world.
Yeah, and we particularly look to stop being on automatic, right? We can be going through life on such automatic, quick reactions as opposed to pausing and doing it intentionally. And for some, that's why I like stop, start, and continue, because what one individual is choosing could be completely different than what another individual is choosing, and both could be serving them. But yeah, the way to continue to, if anyone's interested in following up, this was a great quick conversation, but we really go very in depth in our workshops, and I think there's value in pausing to be able to focus on that. For anyone who's interested in finding out more, you can go to momentumeducation.com. Our next workshop is the virtual Momentum Workshop, which will be next weekend, February 19th through the 21st. It's going to feature people from all over the world, but I think what's shared by them is a love for learning and a desire to live the life they dream about.
Hey man, I
I'm
like this
gonna be
conversation,
checking
man.
that. Yeah.
I like this
Self growth
conversation.
and just having the mental capacity to know that you need to continue to learn and know that you need to continue to grow is definitely something that we shouldn't take lightly, because a lot of people be like, I'm good where I'm at, but having services like yours um, to just provide to the public is definitely a blessing. We're going to be checking into it. You said it's next week on the 19th. It's virtual, and how do we sign up for it?
You can go to momentumeducation.com.
MomentumEducation.com.
This is
Okay.
not big
Well, we
enough.
definitely thank you. How
You
can we
right.
follow your person as well?
Great, thank
Yeah.
you. Oh, absolutely. Thank you very much.
You actually got
Oh,
people
I'm
right now
sorry.
trending. If you do it by yourself, it's not big enough. Why they cut my
I'm
man
just
out? Why so that?
listen.
That sounds like
And I know
Romeo.
people was
Thank you,
probably
Gene.
like, Martha Stewart, what is she talking about, Martha Stewart? So a couple years ago, Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg are friends, right? Because they both were in prison for, I don't know what they was in prison for, but anyway, they're friends. And so I think somebody said, maybe it was Rick Ross, that said something like, the size of my house, I got mansions and this and that and this and that. The measure of a man is by the size of his house. And Martha stepped into the conversation, and basically it was like, if you don't have a yacht, you can't talk to me. So I'm like, okay, I need a yacht. Like, that's the next level. Like, a lot of people was thinking like, I need a mansion, I need this, I need that. And Martha stepped into the conversation and was like, if your yacht ain't big, then who you talking to? Anyway. Okay, y'all. Let's go to Christina Ray. Y'all know Christina Ray. Christina Ray is our next guest. She is a season finalist on America's Got Talent. Welcome to the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call, girl. What's going on with you? Please introduce yourself to our family. Romeo gonna take a break right quick, and we gonna chat. What's going on?
Nothing. This morning, good morning to everybody. Grand rising to
Good morning.
everybody. I am Christina Ray, and I've been experiencing many great things over the past year in spite of the pandemic. So I'm living my best life.
Okay, tell us about some of those good things that you've been experiencing over the pandemic, girl.
Okay, well, it started prior to the pandemic. I was a part of Amateur Night at the Apollo in Harlem, New York, and I won first place twice. I'm still waiting for that to continue um, to hopefully win the entire thing, but I did win first place on both of those. Then after Apollo, I got the Golden Buzzer with America's Got Talent from Heidi Klum, which was
Yes.
an amazing experience. Very emotional, but it was great. And then AGT, the actual live show, picked up, and I was working for 3 months in LA, which was even more amazing. So it's just picking up. Now I'm working on my music and working on other great things. So I'm really excited.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Where are you from? And where did this gift of singing come from? Like, is it in your family? Was it just something that you wanted to do? Tell us about that.
Okay, so I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, born
All
and
right,
raised.
Nashville. Hmm.
And I've been singing my whole life. It really came from me sitting in a car seat while my mom is driving around, just hearing Anita Baker to Celine Dion to Whitney Houston, Granny Patty. I love Patti LaBelle.
Uh-huh.
All just being in the car seat and humming and hearing my mom sing, because my mom can sing as well. My grandmother can sing. My dad can sing, but my grandma was in the choir, but they never actually pursued it as a career. So
Mm.
me pursuing it as a career came out of nowhere, really, because I used to be the shyest person ever. I couldn't even get
Wow.
my name out sometimes without crying. So
Oh,
I've come a
so you
long
came a
way.
long way. Season 15 finalist of America's Got
I
Talent.
did.
Yes. Yes. So
Yeah.
what was the turning point for you in terms of actually pursuing your music? So you were this shy little girl that couldn't even say your name on stage, but now you're on stage belting out, hits after hits. So what was that turning point for you?
The turning point was I was auditioning for a show, a musical theater show that my aunt was actually directing, and all I had to do was go in the center of the circle and say my name is Christina and sing a song. None of that came out because I cried my eyes out.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, I did not make it past that. I broke down, and the show went on. I was just in a part of the ensemble, and my mom was like, "Well, why is it my baby in the front?" And my aunt said, "Well, when she can say her name without crying, she'll be in the front." And so I got in the front, and then here we go. But that was around when
Okay.
I was like 10.
10.
So,
Okay. And then you've been
hmm
going strong ever since. I want you to sing for us. So I'm sure you watched the Super Bowl performances with her and Jasmine Sullivan. And Jasmine Sullivan
hmm
is definitely one of my favorite artists. But what is one of your favorite songs to sing? Like, what's your go-to song to sing? And can you give us a few bars of it?
Ooh, this morning. Okay.
This morning,
Uh,
girl.
I will try to do that for y'all. My favorite song, which I did sing on America's Got Talent, is "In the Air Tonight," Phil Collins. So I guess I can sing that.
Okay, go
Uh,
for it. Go
I can
for it, girl.
feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, and I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, oh Lord, ooh, ooh. You want me to keep going?
Girl, do I? Oh my God, amazing. I
Thank
wasn't
you.
expecting that, but that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
And you was hiding all of that behind your shyness and not wanting to talk and say your name, girl.
I
So,
was. I know
I
that.
love it. I love it.
Thank
Walk us through your audition process for America's Got Talent. What happened, and how did you say, okay, you went from shy girl to I'm gonna go ahead and audition to I'm gonna be on stage in front of millions and millions of people. So walk us through your audition process.
Okay, so before any of this happened, I was in New York doing burlesque with a company called Company XIV. And
Hold on,
it was
shy
amazing.
girl. Hold on, shy girl. How did burlesque? Okay, that sounds like something that I want to do. But go ahead.
It was amazing. Like,
I'm
granted, I
sure.
had to wear like corsets that took me from who I am all the way into nothing in the world, but it was
Yeah.
amazing. And people are, or I guess the producers of AGT are constantly looking for new artists, new work or whatever. So someone hit me up on Instagram. Her name is Courtney, and I'm just like, this is spam. I'm not finna play with them. And then it went from, can you please send me your email, to her corresponding through email to me. And I told my friend, I was just like, they want me to audition, come to the showcase, but I'm not auditioning for another one of these shows. I'm tired. And
Mm-hmm.
he was like, girl, this could be your the final one. Like, this could be the actual one that choose you. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go to the audition. I am nervous. I sung I'm Your Baby Tonight, Whitney Houston. And then I sang Chandelier by Sia. And the whole time the sound is messing up in my audition and everything. So I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna get a call back. And
Mm-hmm.
it was right before the holiday season, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So they said I wouldn't hear anything till after that happened. And so I actually forgot that I had auditioned by February, well, by
Mm-hmm.
January. But then I
Mm-hmm.
went to the Apollo and I sung In the Air Tonight on there and won the first round.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day I get a phone call from Courtney. And I was like, hello, hey, do you have time to talk? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And she's like, okay, well, you're going to the judge's cut. And I'm just like, what? Like, like, I'm getting ready to go to LA to audition for this show. And I didn't talk to, I was just silent on the phone for at least 2 minutes,
Uh-huh.
because
Oh my God.
winning the Apollo is a huge honor. And then I get a phone call because I won the Apollo the next day. That was just an overwhelming moment. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
um, I had to drive to Atlanta to get my baby, Jeremiah. And
Uh-huh. Hey,
then we flew. I know, right? Um, I flew from Atlanta to LA, and we're there 10-hour days, like interviews, a B-roll,
mm-hmm.
all of these things. And while I'm waiting, I'm nervous, and my son is just running back and forth. Everybody is like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. And I'm over here in mommy mode, like, sit down, we don't do this.
Right, girl, black mama mode. Hold on, honey. You cute. Hold on.
Get over here. And so
Right.
I was just sitting here. I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I want the golden buzzer. And then I'm waiting, and they kept saying,
Wait a
oh,
minute,
we'll
wait a minute,
let you
wait a
know.
minute. You said I want the golden buzzer. That's what you said,
Mm-hmm. I said it right.
and
Like,
you
I'm sitting
verbalized it.
here.
You said it out loud. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I said it out
Okay, I
loud.
just wanted people to catch that.
Yeah, I had to. I've never experienced anything in that magnitude, but I was like, I'm gonna get. I want the golden buzzer. And so I'm sitting there, and they're like, "Oh, you have an interview," and I'm like, "But it's not me. I'm not about to go on stage, right?" And they were like, "No, no, no, you're not going on stage." I go back there, and it's the interview for Terry to go on stage. And I'm sitting here like, you want me to talk to Terry Crews, then get ready to sing? You told me it wasn't time. Like, I don't have lip gloss. I don't have nothing. I'm frantic now. And so I'm
Right.
in there, and my body is like trembling now because I'm about to walk
Uh-huh.
on the stage. And so I do the interview with Terry Crews, and I go out on stage, and they start talking to me, and I'm just expecting to go out there and Simon be very mean, and because we've
Oh.
seen Simon like rip people apart, but I'm out there and
Yeah.
he's just, how are you? And I'm like, I'm good. I'm just
Mhm.
preparing. Like guards are up at this moment,
Right,
and
right.
I sang my In the Air Tonight, and they were the whole audience. It was an audience at this time. They all stood up. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I can't cry because if I cry right now, then I'm not gonna be able to continue to talk. And so
Uh-huh.
he was like, okay, well, I have another song, and I sung "Give Me Shelter" by the Rolling Stones, and
Okay.
that was my first time I ever sang that song live, and that song
Wow.
got me the golden buzzer, and I all of those emotions when they pushed that button were real, authentic emotions. I had never experienced anything like that. And the fact that somebody didn't just see me, this little thick person on stage, they saw me and heard me for who I am, is more than anybody could ever ask for. So that was my experience.
Such a heartwarming story. And I wanted to make sure that people heard you when you said, I sat there and I literally said out of my mouth, I want the golden buzzer, girl.
Yeah.
And then you go on stage. And then, I don't, did you get your lip gloss? Did you go on stage with your lip gloss or
After,
what?
afterwards, because I was just like, oh my gosh. I when I got to the hotel room after that moment, I looked like a little pinata because I had gold confetti all over me. And
Yes.
I couldn't tell people I got the golden buzzer because it had to still be quiet, but I was nervous because
Right.
confetti just falling off of me. Clean up, and then she's gonna know I got it. I was freaking out, but
Oh my,
I won't ever forget that.
such a surreal moment, and you got me over here tearing up because I'm so happy for you.
But thank you.
Congratulations. Like and people, it really is that simple to just manifest some stuff. Sometimes it comes instantly like it came with you, and sometimes it comes, not gotta work.
And
But
but with you
I
saying
want the
that,
golden buzzer. Mhm.
yeah, with you
Go
saying
ahead.
that, I know, like, I sometimes when I want something to happen, I'm like, okay, I need this to happen. I want this to happen. I want this to happen. But me repeating it all the time is sometimes more doubt than me just saying it one
Mm-hmm.
time, believing it. And so I
Hmm.
think the reason that it manifested, of course, because God said it shall be so, but also the fact
Right.
that I said it and I left it alone. It wasn't something that I kept,
Yeah.
please let me get it, let me get it. It was just,
Right.
I
Right.
want
Right.
golden button.
Doubting, like, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you said, indirectly doubting by continuously asking for it. Like you said,
Mm-hmm.
you say it once, put it out there, and then you go do your thing, and you got the golden
Exactly.
buzzer. Um, the first King James, you see him on the screen right now. He just chimed back in,
I do.
so he is one of our co-hosts. I just wanted to introduce you to Miss Christina Ray, season 15
Hello, how
finalist
are
of
you?
America's Got Talent. So Terry's
I'm
Hey,
in
how you
good.
doing?
Vegas right.
I'm great.
Yeah, well, congratulations to you and your success, and
Thank you so
it
much.
actually, yes, and actually demonstrating that you can sing, unlike some of our co-hosts. So I appreciate that.
Bruh, that's supposed to be a dig
Well,
at me, but I promise you, I don't get because I became a whole pop star last year. I don't hear what he got to say,
it
a
is
whole one.
fine.
Anyway,
But then
yeah,
you already know that we all are stars in the shower. But when you have to project
my
that to other
album is
people,
out on all streaming platforms. Okay, Portia Monique's The Artist Favorite Things Christmas Edition. I was trying to do one for Valentine's Day, but I'm good anyway. Yes. So tell us what's next for you. So what's next in the process? What do you have going on? How do we follow you? Like, what else needs to happen? What's going on?
So, what's happening on February 27th and 28th is Dream Girls Clubhouse. I'll be playing the role of Effie White on an audio app, and my actual episode or time is going to be the 28th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's only on Clubhouse, and unfortunately, it is only for Apple phone users. So,
I'm be tuned in. Listen,
please.
girl, Effie was my favorite character. I could do the whole. I could do Effie, you know, when she came to the realization that they was kicking her out.
Please don't.
And like
Please
Effie,
don't.
she was like, "What? You were supposed to love me."
Yes. Yes.
Girl, go for it. Go for it.
Please don't encourage Portia. Please don't. Don't do that. Oh.
You could have warned me, but that would have been too kind. Okay, I'm done.
But you know
Anyway,
your words.
girl.
You know all your. You know your cues.
Listen. I know it, girl. That's my favorite movie.
Yeah. And you're a good person
Anyway,
because
okay.
you're trying to be nice. So, but we really need to.
Like, you gotta let people be. It's a pandemic. It's a lot of depressed people out here right now. So her finding her artist in herself during a pandemic, that's power right there. Give her a prize.
Okay.
Thank you, Christina, girl. I'm gonna be on singing at the top of my lungs, singing my Effie's part, and you know, envisioning it in my mind while we on Clubhouse. Girl, I want you to give us a little bit. Can you give us a little bit of Effie White, Miss Effie White, before you go?
Okay. Look at me. Look at me. I am changing, trying every way I can. I am changing. I'll be better than I am. I'm trying to work it out all over again. No, that will be just fine. I know it's gonna work out this time, 'cause this time I am. This time I am. There we go.
Woo!
You want me to finish that? I want to finish.
No. Wait, stop. No. Producer. Yeah. No.
Girl.
No.
Yes, I like collaborating. Don't do that. That was beautiful. Amazing,
Thank
Christina.
you.
Definitely will be tuning into Clubhouse. Give us the dates again, and then give us your social media where we can follow you as well.
Yes, so February 27th and 28th is 4 different casts. Mine is on the 28th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can follow me and keep up with me on Christina Ray Sing on Instagram, Christina Ray on Facebook. Twitter is Christina Ray Sing as well. So as long as you find Christina Ray without an H, you have me.
I got you, girl.
And do you have a page where, do you have a prayer page? Because she needs to log on to that page. Because she needs prayer. I mean, seriously.
I'm changing.
Just hear her.
I don't know what he over there. I'm changing.
I'm
and
I can do prayers on my Instagram. I can do prayers on my Instagram too.
Thank you, girl.
Please pray for her. Now, please pray for her that she obtains skills or come to the realization that she has none. So please pray. In any event, please pray.
He's so hateful. girl. So hateful. Thank you so much, Christina, for coming by and gracing us with your presence, your beautiful voice. You got Facebook going in talking about she bad. Come through with that phenomenal voice. Sing it, girl. I love this song. So you got a lot of fans out there too. I'm sure we're gonna be following you.
Adorable.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
What?
Thank y'all.
Okay, girl. Thank you so much and much success and congratulations on everything. We're gonna be following your movement.
Thank you. Thank you
Take
so much.
care.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks. See. Y'all.
Romeo. Romeo.
My
We have got to talk to
my microphone on. I'm about to start
we got to talk. We got to talk to the producer Romeo after the show is over because we can't have no more of this singing. I don't know what she's trying to do.
I'm trying every way I can.
No. Romeo, I can't have this.
Don't do that, y'all. All right. Romeo, your mic is off. We can't hear you. We know you got a poignant point. Anyway, y'all, she was amazing. Effie White is definitely one of my favorite characters on Dreamgirls. That's the song. Y'all know how y'all put on music to clean up too. That's my favorite movie to put on. It's actually a musical, but that's my favorite movie to put on while I'm cleaning. And so I know all of Effie's parts, okay? I know all of Effie's parts. You back, Romeo? No, we can't hear you. King James, you there?
It's kind of interesting.
Yes, James.
No, it's kind of
girl. You know all of them. You know all of them too. Yes, girl.
It's kind of interesting because it's kind of interesting that she comes on today because we just memorialized Mary Wilson of the Supremes, which most people say that the Dreamgirls is based upon. And so I just wanted to give a shout out and celebrate the life of Mary Wilson, who gave immense contribution to pop music and American culture. The Supremes were the most successful female group of all time in music. The 12 number one hits, that's never happened before in the history of pop music. So just giving a shout out to Mary Wilson. Bless you. Bless you and your family.
Yes, definitely. And yeah, her Instagram, thank you, Cristobal, is Christina Ray Sing on IG. I just went and followed her, and happy to follow her on Clubhouse as well. I'm getting my pipes ready.
No. Is Romeo back? Because I need some extra protection from whatever ails you.
Yeah, because I know you're scared of me. I know you're scared.
No. I'm a man about mine. And I'm not scared. Okay. But Romeo, are you there? Dang.
I don't know what's going on with his
bro.
song.
I need you. I need you here, man. Maybe you need to log off and come back on. You know what I'm saying? But we need you with you. I need you because when I hear that screeching, that kind of noise that makes birds stop mid-flight. That kind of noise. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. See, I can't tolerate that. Oh, your mic is on mute.
I'll be better than I am.
What? I mean, we got the wrong mic. We got the wrong mic on mute. So. Romeo, are you there? Okay. Well, anyway, we do have look forward to the next day of because I'm looking at CNN now of the trial, which was absolutely enthralling yesterday. They're going to go on today. It might not result in a conviction of Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, but it definitely will have an impact on history. And Eugene Goodman is a hero. I don't care what the lawyer says. What's his name again? Because he was hating on Mr. Goodman. He was hating on the Capitol Police Officer Goodman. He was hating.
He wasn't
because
hating
I
on
believe
him. He wasn't hating on him. That was just his opinion. He like, you should have used the force that you had the ability to use, and it's just another
Well, all I know,
observation. I don't think.
but you saw the thing yesterday. I do believe that he saved Senator Mitt Romney from serious bodily harm by redirecting his path yesterday. So, I mean, if he's not a hero, okay, he's not a hero, but the dude did his job, and he's going to get recognized for, basically doing what he was supposed to do. So, yeah. Anywho,
Okay.
Yeah,
Positive thoughts.
that's all I want to say. Huh?
Team Romeo's IG is fired, by the way. All right, girl. She was talking about Romeo's IG. Let's get into positive thoughts, y'all. Thursday, February 11th, 2021. I am going to continue my what was my positive thoughts? 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Which one I didn't get a chance to do mine yesterday. I was gone. So anyway, let me just run down the list.
Can you quote the book correctly and the author? Who's the author?
Stephen Covey. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't ever come for me.
Okay.
Because you over there and you don't read. Don't do that. Anyway, so I'm just gonna read the 7 habits, and then I'm gonna touch on seek first to understand and then to be understood. So be proactive is number 1. Begin with the end in mind is number 2. Put first things first. Number 3. Think win is number 4. Create spaces for everybody to win. That's number 4. Number 5 is seek first to understand, then to be understood. 6 is learn to synergize, and 7 is sharpen the saw. But let's go with seek first to be understood. Seek first to understand and then to be understood. This is very key because a lot of people listen to, actually they don't listen, but they listen to respond as opposed to listen to understand and comprehend where a person is coming from and then respond based off of what they say. So if you put this in mind to seek first to understand and then to be understood, you can help everybody out in the situations to communicate more effectively. And that's really what it is all about. Seeking first to understand and then to be understood before we can offer advice and or suggest solutions or effectively interact with other people in any type of way. We must seek first to deeply understand them and their perspective through empathic listening, Terry, because I know you don't know how to. I did that one the other day. I did seek first to understand.
Actually, I think that's
yesterday I didn't get a chance to do it. What?
No, actually, I think that was a great point that you brought up, Portia, because of the fact that one of the best ways to de-escalate an argument, which we all have with our significant others, is to try to understand where the other person is coming from. Because once you get into an argument, neither side is listening to each other. We're just basically dumping on each other. So if you seek first to try to if you seek first to try to understand where they're coming from, where they're hurting, what they're angry about, that is the best way and the quickest way to de-escalate and to diffuse a situation. And then they can't be mad anymore. Like it stops it. It stops. So I think you bring up a good point. So I just wanted to give you your props on that one because for one of the rare times you actually made a good point. But anyway, I wanted to bring up my my good point. Somebody asked on Facebook yesterday, and I thought it was appropriate for why I'm in Vegas. The reason why I'm here. They were asking when the COVID pandemic is over, what are you going to do? And my point is that I'm not waiting. I'm going to live. Like I'm going to take precautions. I have my mask on at all times when I'm in the public. I keep my distance. I wash my hands. I am obsessed with putting on hand sanitizer and washing my hands. Obsessed with it. So I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, but I'm going to live. I've got to live. I am no longer putting my life on hold as I did for the first, 4 or 5 months last year. of the pandemic. So my positive thought of the day is live. Yes, we are faced with unprecedented. We are in unprecedented times, but you must live. So that is my positive thought of the day. Live, take precautions, but live. And I pass it back to you, Portia.
Well received, the first King James. It's 10 o'clock, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Positive thoughts on Facebook. Iris Baker said, "Be mindful of how you treat and talk to people." She was talking to you, Terry. And have a great day, everyone.
No,
Y'all,
she
thank
was
y'all
not.
for tuning in. We appreciate it. She was talking to
She
you.
wasn't talking to
Thank
me.
y'all.
You know, because D don't want this smoke. D don't want this
That
smoke. She
wasn't
don't
me.
want all
That
this.
was Iris. That was Iris.
I mean,
She said,
Iris.
"Have
Iris don't want all
a
this
good
smoke.
day."
You know what I'm saying? Iris ain't gonna come for me
Y'all,
until I send for her. So you know what I'm saying? You know,
take
she can come
care.
get some, like Portia can get some. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it's gonna be, because I'm a man about money.
Thank you to our guests that came today, Wendell Gordon, Christina Ray, and our Robert and some
Yes.
for continued education. So thank y'all to everybody for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a great day. Have a great day. And then tomorrow, for my next time, I'll do all the I'll be synergized and sharpen the saw, y'all. Y'all make it a great day. Love y'all.
That's what's up.
Have a great day. Stay safe.
Yes, I will stay safe, and I will.
Romeo over there
And
modeling. Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like frozen in time. Look at you, Romeo. Look at you, Romeo.
Iris said she was talking to me, but don't come for her, Terry. She said she was taking up for you. See?
Iris, thank you, boo. Thank you for taking up for me, because you know what I'm saying? Because when you're great, Iris, people come for you like Portia, people who are jealous. Okay? So I appreciate you deflecting people like Portia. You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
Peace, y'all. Terry is crazy.